Sitaram Namaste. We have a special guest with us here today, Dr. Seedath. Dr. Seedath, it's a pleasure having you here with me today and for taking the time out to do this interview with me.
It was my pleasure, and I'm thrilled to be a part of this and to share something with the public at large.
Yes. So Dr. Seedath, why don't you start by telling me a little bit about yourself?
So my story is a very long one. I was born in number 2 canal, sorry. And when I was about 3, we relocated to number 1 canal. That's on the west bank of Demerara. I was raised by my mom, single mom, single parent with 6 siblings. So we were 6 of us, so we were 5 boys and a girl. She was a staunch Hindu. And you know, in the caste system, we were Brahmins.
Yeah.
So when she moved to Canal, she was raised in Canal number 1, married to number 2, had this father-in-law who took her in more than a daughter-in-law, but took her as a daughter, and taught her more religion, to read, to understand what religion is all about. And she brought that along with her back to number 1. When she got there, she got involved in the mandir, in Sansusi Mandir, which we still have. And she formed related that helped them to build that mandir from scratch.
That's nice.
And I remember them bringing the Siwala, huge stone, you know the Siwala?
Yes.
Huge stone with another little stone, Lord Shiva. And we had that grand opening for that mandir. I was very young at that time.
Okay.
So that's my story there. But I remember her as this woman who had faith, most of all, because we were very poor.
Yeah.
We lived in a thatch roof house, and you could look up and see the sun or see the moon or see the stars.
Wow.
And the doors, there were doors, but you can look through like how this glass is and see the road, because there was missing boards or.
Wow.
So we did that, and she always made it a point at the end of her day. She was a farmer.
Yeah.
To sit, she would sit in the middle, and before we started doing our homework, she would sit in the middle, 3 on this side and 3 on this side. Whoever was sitting close to her would be the one to read that night, and she would read the Ramayana.
Wow.
So tonight would be my turn and my sister, next night would be somebody else and somebody else. And for 1 hour, we would sit there and read that holy book.
Wow, that's some beautiful.
And not only
memories.
reading, she would explain what's going on. What's happening with Lord Rama, what's happening with Sita, what's happening with Hanuman.
Yeah.
So it became a part of our lives.
Yeah, it kind of shaped who you are today.
Yes, absolutely. And then she would sit in the corner over there and make sure everybody get their books and do their homework before she goes to bed. So teaching us religion, teaching us how to read Hindi, teaching us about friendship, relationships, the value of life, the value of being a brother and a sister. How do you treat each other? How do you treat your mom? And how do you treat other people? And everybody in the village was Aji, Aja, Nani, Nana, Auntie, Uncle. There was nobody you called by name.
Yes, because back then it takes a whole village to raise a child, right?
To raise a child, and that's so true. You can't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
You get whipped at the back dam, you get whipped at home. You get whipped in school, you get whipped at home again.
Correct.
So it's that kind of thing. So it made a man out of you, made a woman out of you.
Yeah.
And truly, with faith and religion and culture, is the whole embodiment of a human being.
Yes. So at what age did you make the move from Guyana to New York?
Well, let me back up a little. So I grew up in Canal, and I got an opportunity to go 1 year high school, and then I became a teacher.
Back in Guyana?
Back in Guyana. So I taught for a year, and then my vision was to work in healthcare.
Okay.
So the only thing, I didn't have medical school in Guyana, so I became a nurse.
Yeah.
Then I became a pharmacist dispenser, and then I immigrated here when I was 24.
Was it just you or your entire family?
I was married.
Okay.
And I had a son who was a year old when we came here.
Oh, wow.
And we settled in Brooklyn for a while, and then I moved to Long Island.
Okay. And that's where you started your medical journey?
Pursued medicine, that was my dream. So I went back to college and the whole 9 yards.
Wow, that must have been hard based on having a kid and a wife as well.
Oh, absolutely. It was a tough thing. But my mom says, why are you getting married? Why don't you go and study and come? I said, I need to be grounded.
Yeah.
I'm not that guy. I'm going to come there and I'll become wild. So I need to be grounded. So let me get married. And so happened we had a child. And, you know, she supported me through medical school, being there as a staunch person in the home.
Yeah.
And during this period of time, politics were changing in Guyana.
Yeah.
So I had registered at City University in New York, and my brother called me and says, Vishnu, you got to settle, things are getting bad. I left Brooklyn, bought a house in Long Island. We sponsored everybody passed through my home
Yeah.
and grew up in that house, and then we moved forward.
Wow. So
the
you
story.
came and then your entire family came after
Yeah, I was the
you.
ambassador for the family as a matter of fact, yeah.
So what type of medicine did you study in school?
Well, we do general medicine, and then I specialize in family practice.
Okay.
I like family practice because of my childhood.
Yes.
We had this doctor who took care of me when I was sick,
Yeah.
and he didn't charge my mom because we didn't have money.
Okay.
And he just said, bring him to the office, take the money and fix that leak. Take the money and fix the leak. So I figured if somebody can come to the house and give you that level of care, with kindness, with sympathy, with empathy,
Yeah.
and free medical care, I should do something similar.
Yeah.
I can never walk in his shoes, but I try.
But you try, yeah. So you had a role model, someone that led you, like,
Absolutely,
I
yeah.
want to be like this person.
I want to be a
wanna do
doctor,
that.
and then this guy came into my life.
And you know exactly
I knew,
the
wow,
type.
look at
yes.
this.
Yeah. So tell me something about the culture back in Guyana and in New York.
So the culture in Guyana, I grew up, like I said, as a Hindu child, raised by a mom who knew religion,
Yeah.
who knew the books, who knew the scriptures. And she was a very interesting lady. She would sit when they had a yajna, she would sit in a corner and listen to the pandit. She had a good voice.
Yeah.
She was a great singer. And because she knew the religion, she would listen to the pandit, and she would tailor her songs based on what the satsang is about that night.
Yeah.
If they're talking about Lord Rama going to Banbas,
Yeah.
she would sing that song to match that, or coming back, or vice versa. And we had pandits stay at the house, so this is interesting. For example, Ripu Daman Prasad. We were involved in the mandir. When we grew up, there was Christianity. I'm going all over the place, but there was Christianity in Guyana. They had a people's, what do you call them? Some young people's society, Christian young people, Christian society.
Okay.
And they were grooming and they were capturing the young people to become parts of this Christian church. And then the Baptists came in, and they were picking up people in a Volkswagen and drive them to their church.
Yeah.
So I said to my brother, I said, this thing has to stop. We got to step up. So we formed this organization, patterned from the Mahasabha, was a Hindu youth organization. And we formed a branch in Canal. And we took over the mandir. We met with the seniors and we said, look, we need to step up, allow us to come to the mandir. We want to renovate, so we renovated, we painted, and whatever. And then we invited Ripu Daman Prasad. You don't know him. He was a very brilliant pandit, young, and he knew English very well, knew Hindi very well, well spoken, and had the ability to connect to young people. So we invited him, and he took the opportunity to come, and we did a 3-day or 4-day yajna at the mandir as an opening for this new era. And we invited him to stay at the house. So he stayed at our home.
Yeah.
And the interesting with that is that when he comes home from the mandir after the puja, after the yajna, my mom and him would sit and talk until morning. And she would counsel him and say, Pandit, you know, you said such and such, but really in your mind it says such, and he says, Auntie, that's true. And she would pick up her book and show him. So even then she was able to school pandits.
A pandit.
So she trained my cousins. I have cousins who are pandits, and my brother is a pandit.
Yes.
They all went through her hands.
Wow.
As somebody who knew the religion, knew the faith.
Yeah.
And she kept us in line too. be raised as proper human beings, understanding our position in life, respecting yourself and respect others, give to yourself but give to others more than you give yourself, understanding your position in life. So that's the kind of stuff she did for us.
So your mom sounds like an amazing person. Like, I would have loved to meet your mom because she shaped you all to what you are today, right?
Absolutely. Without her guidance and her dedication, she made a sacrifice. She left my dad because he was an alcoholic, an abusive alcoholic. And she took us, the 6 of us, and came to a new village. Her old village, but new house, old rundown house. But she made a life for us outside of that torture. And she never saw another man, never got married again, never had a relationship with anybody because she said, and I remember her saying this, I don't want any man to lay their hands on my son and abuse my daughter.
Wow.
So she had that culture and that principle, and she sacrificed her life for us.
So I must say, like, based on a stereotype, right? So a lot of people believe that when you come from a broken home, or a home like with alcohol and abuse, that the kids tend to follow in that. And
There
your
is some,
story changes it.
there's some genetic, now that I know medicine, there's some genetic predisposition. There are genes that transcend, and genetic predisposition for alcohol or addiction. However, the environment plays a tremendous role. So had we stayed in that dysfunctional home, if you would, with abuse and alcohol and neglect, maybe we would have been that way. But my mom brought us out of that dungeon into light and showed us the way how you really should live and how you do live today and deal with what you have. You don't have to drown your sorrow in alcohol, but you get up and be a man and face it, learn, read, study hard, and you'll become. Anything is possible, she said. And look, humanly possible.
So before we close off, I want you to just say a few words to the youths, just to lead them into the right path.
So the children, and when we talk about children, when I think the breast is here in a woman for a reason. So we start there, because when the heart is right here, and as you hold that child at birth, now they do bonding in the neonatal nursery. And they put the child in the mother's chest for a reason, to feel that connection, because when that baby is in the womb, that placenta, the umbilical cord has an artery and a vein and whatever, and that pulsation goes to the baby. Similarly, when you hold a child close to your chest, close to your heart, that child feels that warmth and kind and caring. So that cutting of the umbilical cord at birth should not be a separation of two individuals. Should bring that bond as close. So nurturing a child from birth throughout the years, parents sacrifice, other siblings sacrifice, like my brothers sacrifice for us, the younger ones. So a family unit is important, and respect for yourself, like I said earlier, is very key. It's key, because if you can grow up and respect you, and respect your mom and your dad, and respect your brothers and sisters, and as a result, respect the community at whole, you will gain respect without even working hard at it. So, and a vision, we're all born with a certain amount of power that's embedded in us, that's given to us by God. And we have a path at which we're going to journey, the journey we're going to take. So if we use these basic credences that we got, the guidance that we have, and just pursue your vision, pursue your goal without getting distracted. The world is full of distractions. Leave that thing alone. Put your blinders on, keep focus on the target, focus on the goal, and you'll get it. It takes a little bit of work. It takes, like you said earlier, a village to raise the children, but in your home, you have that village. You have a nucleus, and respect goes a long way. So study hard. You don't have to study too much, but be dedicated, and persevere. You will get it.
So thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to share this interesting story with us. Like, I enjoyed it. I like hearing where you came from to where you are now and everything.
It was
So thank
my
you
pleasure.
again.